What is up, boys? Behind me is my 2007 Honda Civic Si, and today I'm not so much talking about the car, I'm actually going to be talking about the things that keep the car on the road. And by that, I mean the tires. So what I'm trying to say is that I'm going to be going over the differences between standard all-season stock tires and aftermarket summer tires. I'm gonna be going over the advantages and disadvantages of each, and I'm also gonna explain how they feel on the road. For clarification, I've never tracked this car on either tires. I've never tracked this car ever. So this is purely gonna be my opinion, coming from a guy who only drives this car on the street, and sometimes likes to drive a little bit spiritedly. All right, so let's start with a stock tire. Right here is the tire that was on my car when I bought it. I don't know if these are the stock ones from Honda. They are General Ultimax RT43s. So these tires are a 215 by 45 by R17. Not the widest tire. It's pretty low profile for the most part. And to be honest with you, it's not the best tire. The advantages of this tire are that it's usually cheap to get a good all-season tire. Unfortunately, these are not good all-season tires. These are just all-season tires. They usually last longer than a summer tire just because they're made to withstand all the elements. Another big one is that you don't have to change them throughout the season. So I don't have to go and swap my tires every time the season changes. Like, these just stay on the car all the time. Never have to worry about having ugly wheels during the winter or anything like that. You just always have the same ones. And I guess one more advantage to an all-season tire, or just like staying with your stock tires, is that you never really have to worry about the tire wearing improperly as long as you keep the right tire pressure. They typically just wear exactly how they're supposed to. You won't get too much like inside wear, outside wear, as long as your like alignment's good and stuff like that. Like they usually wear properly. All right, now let's talk about some of the disadvantages of keeping your all-season stock tires. The first disadvantage: they are not very grippy. These will not stick to the road like a really sticky summer tire. These are designed to be versatile and to hold up to the elements really well. In turn, it has to be a jack of all trades, so it's not gonna be particularly great in the snow, and it's not gonna be particularly great in the summer. Another really big drawback is that if you're sticking with stock tires, you aren't gonna be able to get really much wider than the stock wheel. Or actually, you can't really go any wider than this. This is a 215 from the factory, and it's not the narrowest tire, but it's also not the widest tire. Like, this is not too much rubber, and you really notice it when you drive down the road. When I used to run these on my car, I definitely noticed the grip being really lackluster. Like, they're not very confidence inspiring, these tires. So with these being less grippy, you're gonna notice way less traction and quartering. So if you're trying to drive spiritedly around some windy roads, they're not gonna help. Second, braking is way worse. And to break that one down for anyone who doesn't understand real quick, and it's no big deal if you don't, people usually associate brakes with the amount of stopping power that your car has, or like stopping distance, when really a big factor of it is the tires. Your brakes can only clench on that rotor so tightly before these tires lock up. And the thing stopping these from locking up is the amount of friction they can put on the road. So if you have a grippier tire that's able to withstand more friction, they're not gonna lock up as soon as something like this will. So ABS will kick on a lot faster with these, and it's just not very confidence inspiring. Like, if you're trying to drive spiritedly, you want something that's gonna have your back and something that you're gonna feel comfortable with pushing that car a little bit harder than you're used to. These are not for that. So real quick, just to wrap up on the all seasons, they're a great tire for like budget. If you're looking to just get some really cool wheels, I guess, and then slap an all season on it to be cheap, that works. There's no downside to it, really. Honestly, you're probably gonna have a more reliable tire overall if you do that. That's pretty much where the advantages end. You can't really get much performance benefit out of an all season. So that brings us to our summer tire. We're gonna pretend like that didn't happen. So these are actually my summer tires that are on the car currently. These are Sumitomo HTRZ2 tires. They're not the best summer tires you can buy, but they're pretty affordable for a summer tire, and I definitely notice a performance increase. So real quick, the specs on these. So these are 235s by 40 by 17. So it's a little bit smaller of a sidewall than the stock tires, and it's quite a bit wider. Anyway, let's get right into the advantages. The first real advantage of an aftermarket summer tire, it's probably gonna be pretty obvious, is that these are way, way, way grippier than the stock ones. Now, everyone out there is gonna tell me, oh, Sumitomo, it's not that grippy, it's not that grippy. Well, for a 2,700 pound Honda Civic, it's not that fast of a car. They feel really grippy in that application. Like, I can't get them to squeal or anything when shifting gears. I can't even really do a burnout because I get a ton of wheel hop because they're so sticky, they don't want to lose traction. So in my opinion, and for my application, these are really sticky tires. Everything is relative, boys. So with these being super sticky, super grippy for this application, they're super awesome for cornering. The braking is much improved. The only real downside to having a wheel and tire setup like this is that they're way heavier. And that's pretty much just because I'm running rep wheels, like they're just aftermarket rep wheels. They're not the lightest things in the universe. Another huge advantage to going aftermarket is that if you go with aftermarket wheels and a tire, you can fit a much wider tire onto that wheel. So like I said, these are 235s. It makes a huge difference when cornering and stuff. On the original 215s, it feels like you're kind of skiing on the road, like all the time, not in snow. I'm just saying, like, you're taking a corner, it feels like you're on skis. This feels a lot more planted. I'm way more confident in these tires than I am in the old ones. For example, last night I was hitting an on-ramp, and what I did on that on-ramp, if I would have done that on the old tires, probably would have landed me in the ditch. But with these, it was super fun. It really allows you to like take advantage of the side bolsters on your seats, because like you can really throw yourself around on these and they don't lose traction. They're awesome. So the real advantages with these tires is just in the performance side of things, really. So the performance side of things is really where the advantages end for these tires. Otherwise, let's get into the disadvantages on these. So the worst thing that I've noticed about these tires is that since they are a lot wider, and a lot of people probably see this coming, they rub quite a bit, especially in the rear. I just installed some camber arms so that I could get in alignment to take some of that negative camber out from lowering the car, so now the wheels are like this. They went from, I think, -4 degrees to -2, so it was a pretty big jump. And the result of that is that when I hit bumps, they hit the inside of the fender, which is kind of annoying. Another huge disadvantage that I'm noticing is that these tires are kind of wearing weird. I don't really know why they're wearing the way that they are, but they're wearing a lot on the inside of the tire. Way on the inside towards the suspension parts. So yeah, these tires are wearing kind of weird for me, and it's giving me a really weird noise when I drive down the road. It's kind of causing like this really like, I don't know. I'm gonna make the sound effect and turn it into a meme if you want. But it sounds like this. It sounds like wom 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 as I drive. And I thought it was wheel bearings. I thought it was the rear wheel bearings. I thought it was so many things, and I've spent hundreds of dollars trying to fix that sound, only to come down to it just being the tire tread wear. So that was extremely discouraging. If you guys are gonna get into summer tires, expect the possibility that they wear unevenly, and just know that that's something that you're probably gonna have to live with if they do start to wear unevenly. I can't really say if it will happen to you, but if it does, just know that it's a thing. It happens. Another huge disadvantage, these can't really be run in the snow. If you run these tires in the snow, don't expect them to perform anything like they do in the summer, in the heat. It's a totally different ballgame. I brought this car home from storage on March 1st, and it was still kind of snowing here in Chicago, which was not really the smartest thing, and I stored it with these tires on it, so I just didn't take them off. Well, I had to drive in the snow a couple times with these on, and it's kind of sketchy, so all I can say is that if you guys are gonna attempt that, drive a lot safer than you normally do. Like, treat it like it's a totally different car, because it is in the snow. So boys, that's pretty much all I have for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did like the video, please leave me a thumbs up. If you didn't like the video, get the heck out of here. Please feel free to subscribe. Been gaining a lot of subscribers lately. Channel's growing a lot. It's been awesome. You guys are coming through big time. Dude, I understand, dude. You really want to be in the video, but if you knock over my camera, I'm gonna be really sad. So you gotta like go over here. Okay, thanks, buddy. Also, I'm wondering what kind of tires are you guys running on your Civics, whatever car you have. Tell me what tires you're running and how you like them, because some of you might know I'm selling this car, and I'm really trying to like take it seriously on the next car I get and get some like really good tires, really good wheels. Let me know what you guys are running and if you guys like them a lot. So boys, this is where we're cutting this one off. As always, I'm Yanni Knowles. You guys are the best, and have a nice day.